Team WUNAX deck profile with
Dietrich.
What is up, guys? Joe here. I played Superheavy Samurai at this very cool, let's say, double box tournament that I won. This deck is cool. Not super linear if you open some of the weird engine requirements, so I really kind of enjoy kind of maneuvering my way through the combo. It's my first time playing the deck in person, but I like it a lot. So, two of this Benki guy. Playing through doesn't really make sense, but you have to play two because of catch Tira and stuff like that. Also, on follow-up turns, you want to be able to pop this, and you can use this effect to set the other one from deck. So, you need two. This is the best card in the deck. It pops itself, summons, and then scales this, which this gets you on the search. So you get 3 cards off of just this. So Ogre on this is really strong. 3 bike. You just discard this to search one, but it's a level 2 tuner that you use to summon back with a cell. 3 of these. This card's not once per turn to search, and it just searches 3 or 4 times during the combo. And if you open an additional one of these, you can always just use the effect to equip to Super Heavy and then link it away, and then it'll get the effect of search. 3 wagon. This card is probably the worst starter. You switch it to defense and then you search something, or switch it from defense back to attack and you search. So it's in there because you need more starters. And then for the extenders, play the booster. You just equip this and special summon it. Sometimes you prioritize this being your first search to beat something like Droll. So if you normal summon this, link it away, search this, and then you can revive this and special this, and then make the Guska or something. And then the equips, this just tributes a monster its own to someone from deck. This is just a free extender, so if you don't have any spells and traps in your grave, you just special summon it. This is the kind of garnet. You summon this from deck off of this, and it summons one from grave. And then for the gearbox targets, just the tunneler. So being able to draw a bunch of cards, as well as ending on Appaloosa, Baron, and Regulus is insane. So these cards are kind of bricks, but this card isn't a solid brick because you can always summon it by tributing an Earth Machine. And you can also just pendulum summon these. So that's something that's super relevant. Is this is a 1 in 8 scale, so you can always pendulum summon these brick cards out of your hands. You can use them as material for Appaloosa. So that is it for the Super Heavy Samurai stuff. And then I played the Regulus and the Kaiju. You can add this off of the Spriggans XYZ, and then this off of Genus. So having a searchable Kaiju is really important against Purely and stuff. Otherwise, you don't really have a real out to it. Then for the hand traps, you play a bunch. So 2 Nib, 3 Droll, 3 Gamma, 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, 3 Veiler. Yeah, all these are pretty solid. You can't play Imperm, obviously, because it's a trap card. So you have to play only monsters. I played 2 Nib because I think Nib kind of sucks. And Nib paired with any of these is kind of decent. But not even that crazy. Especially if they play the Stardust with the SL. So I think Nib is okay. I would try to find something else to play, but I'm not really sure what it would be. It's also really necessary in Sketch Tira, as this doesn't do too much, neither does this. But all these cards are really solid. I guess one quick thing is Gamma is probably the best card in the deck. Obviously, it's really powerful going second, but also if you're able to do a first search a bike or something, and then they draw you, this is how you beat it. And it's just so much free advantage because you go right into a cell, and a cell can summon this back, and you have a Baron for free. So 40 cards in the main deck, not trying to brick. For the extra, Appaloosa, Unicorn, Lambda, Ballista, Genius, and 2 of the Links. All these cards are pretty necessary. The only one cuttable is probably Unicorn. Lambda's kind of neat. There's some cool plays you can do where you go normal summon a guy and then special summon either by using Prodigy's effect in the scale or using one of the equips to summon itself. And then you link into this, and your first summon will be while Lambda's on the field. So if you have Gamma, you can just negate the Droll, which allows you to play through stuff really easily. These cards are necessary. This card actually outs Baguska. It has a second effect. where you can make something's attack and defense 0. So that's super important because Baguska is really good. You play 2 of this because sometimes you have to make a second one to get the additional search. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the links. And then for the XYZ, Zeus, Champion, Merrymaker, and Baguska. All these are pretty standard. I would play a second Zeus if I had space, but I don't think I do. And then I played Stardust, Acel, Baron, and this guy. Now, this guy just tries to spell a trap, so I just only have a late target. This is for the Acel, so like if they nib you, you can tag this out, summon Stardust, and immediately after it resolves, make the Baron, so they can't tribute the Baron with the nib, and then you just pop the nib and play through it. This card might not be super relevant if people decide that like nib sucks, because it isn't very good against purely, and it's only okay against super heavy. So I would cut this if people stop playing nib, but for right now it's pretty good. And then for the side, I played 3 Contact C for the purely deck. It's pretty solid. It's okay against branded too. The third nib, 3 Crow. Crow's like okay in the mirror if they like target the guy to summon back. You just Crow it. And then I played 2 Eccentric. If I had a third one, I would play 3. But this is how you have the Pendulum Scale, Auto Magician guy. And then I played 3 Gamma Seal and 3 Summon Limit. This kind of gets past the whole like restriction because it's a continuous spell or trap on your field. It's never in the grave unless they pop it. But usually you just put this in going first, and this plus like any amount of negates is always enough. The Kaiju's, like I couldn't really figure out any other hand trap I wanted to play. You could probably realistically play more of the Machine Kaiju instead of this. I just don't have any more of the Machine Kaiju, so. But yeah, shoutouts to Such Group Chat, Robert Scarpelli, Anthony, and Corey. Thanks for watching.